everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you our Easter basket or our spring equinox basket. I love making these sorts of baskets. Every celebration that's either seasonal or like an equinox celebration, I love to make these to really celebrate the change of the year and really bring in some beautiful items that we can play with together as a family. At this time my kids are 3 and 6. My 6-year-old has a learning developmental delay, so he's a little bit developmentally younger. And I have focused mainly on decorations and lots of sensory play items, but obviously as my children evolve, the basket evolves as well. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive into what's in the basket. There's loads of lovely little things to see in it, and I hope it gives you loads of ideas. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and also leave me a comment. So first up, there's just so much in this basket, so many little bits, but I think I'll start with these really sweet bubble ones. I have a butterfly and a bunny. I got these off the company Salt and Twigs, which I will link below, but I think they are from Kinfolk Pantry, which is an Australian-based business. They're very sweet. Obviously you can make up your bubble liquid, dip them in and blow lots of lovely bubbles. My children love bubbles, so these are going to go down an absolute storm, and obviously I have one for each child. Of course, with the equinox and Easter, you've got to have eggs. So in my basket, I've got lots of ideas for decorating eggs. These are just some sweet paper mache eggs. They're very light, and they're perfect for hanging up on a Easter tree or like a branch in your kitchen. So I've got a few of those. I'll put 3 in the basket, but I actually do have more. And I also have some wooden eggs. These actually have got a drilled hole in them, so you can hang them up, but they are also just really sweet to decorate and use as a little decoration on your nature table. And I also have these eggs. I can only find one, but I've got quite a few of these. They're flat 2D wooden eggs with a hole, and these I love to use in our window display. We have a bead garland and I often will decorate it according to the seasons. At the moment we have hearts up, but I think the Easter eggs are going to be brilliant and also so fun to decorate. Talking about decorations, I also have these really sweet chickens. These I also picked up on Amazon, but they're little chickens with a hole. So perfect for hanging in our window display or again off an Easter tree. There's so much room for fun here. Obviously you can paint these chickens as you'd wish or use whatever you want on them, or just even have them plain depending on whether your children like painting or not. But I know my children are going to adore playing with these little chickens and decorating them and hanging them up. So moving on from decorations, I also have a very sweet woodimal. So this is the first woodimal that I've purchased, but they are little wooden decorations, just dropping them, and they're hand carved as you can see, so really tactile, but actually there's quite a lot of detail on them. I'll try and stand up and you can see them a bit better. So as you can see, it's got lots of little details, cute little eyes, ears, and that sort of roughly hewn carved look. They kind of give me 90s vibes. They really remind me of being a child, but very sweet, and I think both my children are going to love this little bunny. I also have a Holz-Tiger Easter bunny, which I need to find, but it's just in the midst of quite a few playthings, so I'm going to have to find that and put it into my basket as well. Then I've got 2 figures for our Grimm's decoration ring. We've got a little bunny that I've had before and also a frog. So those will be lovely to decorate our Grimm's ring. Next up is some Okonorm natural colours for eggs. This is a great project to do on Easter Day or around that. This one has yellow, pink, red, green and orange, I believe. And it's something we've used before and it's great fun. I've got a packet of wheat grass that came out of a craft box but we never used. And this is perfect for Easter. You can plant up some wheatgrass and use that as a little display in the centre of the kitchen table, and you can put Easter eggs around and that kind of thing. So that's quite a fun little craft to have in there. We have some more, are these Kinfolk? Can't remember. Yes, Kinfolk Pantry items. So this is really fun. It's an egg for pressing into Play-Doh, and then it comes with these set of different stampers with different textures and patterns. Not really textures, just patterns. And then you can create your own Easter egg, and I thought my kids would love this. And this is the stamper that you fit the little plates on. Really excited by this. I think this is going to go down so well and be so much fun. Both my boys are so into Play-Doh at the moment, so I just know this is going to be brilliant. And then talking about Play-Doh, one of the main sort of things I've gone for this year in our basket is a sort of slightly deconstructed Play-Doh kit. I see so many Play-Doh kits online and they are amazing, but they are quite expensive. And we have so many items already in our house that are kind of like Play-Doh kits. And also, as someone who doesn't eat gluten, it's quite handy to be able to make my own, so I can actually use gluten-free Play-Doh. And what I have is I have a little bunny cutter. This is one that I've had actually for years that I dug out. And I also have a little pot of felt balls. And I thought this would be really good fun because obviously the felt balls are great fun in just their own loose part way, but also they can make really cute bunny tails when we're playing with Play-Doh. So that is one of my ideas for our sort of deconstructed Play-Doh kits. And then another idea is to have this lovely little flower, which you can see there. And then we have some gardening tools, which you can pick up on Amazon. You have to be a little bit careful because there were 3 tools that came from the link that I'll put below, and one of them was actually quite sharp, so I took that out, or I guess you could sandpaper them down a bit, but these ones were good. And the idea is that I would get some brown Play-Doh, a bit like soil, and then some pretty flower colours to do the flower. I also thought that these little pots would be great fun too. I'm going to get some brown coloured sand or just natural coloured sand, and my kids can fill them up with sand or beans and plant some little wooden flowers. I just got a whole bunch of little daffodils, which are really cute, and again they can colour those in as well, which would be good fun. I also have some little daisies, which would be fun to play in the Play-Doh kits or whatever crafts they want to do. And I also have some little chicks and bunnies, so I'm going to try and show you without losing all the bits. But there's my little resin bunny. So I also got a little tiny resin chick. I mean, this is going to be so small you're hardly going to see it, but it's very cute. And it comes with a little resin nest and some little eggs that are so tiny, it's crazy. Obviously, if you have very small children, you will not want to give them the chicken and the eggs because it is very choking size. But my 3-year-old doesn't put anything in his mouth anymore, and I know he's going to absolutely love the little bunny and the chicken and the eggs and get so much play out of them. I also have a little chick cutter, and obviously these cutters are great for biscuits and things like that as well, and we do loads of baking as a family, so they're multi-purpose. I just found like a fuzzy little pom-pom that's got glitter on it that can also be added in to our sensory bin, a little felt sheep. No idea what we're going to do with that, but it's just fun things to explore in our basket. I have some more flowers, more wooden flowers, and then I have, I'm sorry, I have to dig everything out now. I have these little wooden buttons. Whoop. And they are in the shape of butterflies. And again, hopefully you can see these, they're so tiny. They're really pretty. They come in so many different little colours as well. So if you have an older children, obviously they could sew and make a project with those. But for younger kids, they're perfect for loose part play or Play-Doh and sensory bins. I also have a little Holt's Tiger Chick, who's very cute. And then I just have a big bundle of green paper, which looks a bit like grass. And I found this about 2 years ago and I kept it for Easter baskets. Another sparkly pom-pom, a beautiful Sarah Silks in green. And then I've got more of the things I showed you before, like the eggs. They're just everywhere. I have a little roller by Yellow Door. And again, this is for use with Play-Doh. It's got a rabbit stamper on one side, and then it's actually got the burrows along this bit. So you roll it lengthways and you create the burrows, and then you stamp in the bunny, which is brilliant fun. I've got a sweet postcard, and I think this came from Myriad Toys. just very Eastery and pretty, and we can put this up in our display up here. I've got a couple of Cheap and Cheerful bunny masks to paint and decorate. My kids love dressing up, and these kind of things are just so much fun for them. Simple but so effective. I've got a couple of seeds for us to sow as well. So these are just 2 packets of sunflower seeds. And again, I've got more of these little pots, so that will be a great little craft to do. And I also have some plant labels to go with that. And also the plant labels are great fun in, you know, sensory play, or, you know, if you've got to put some sand and some flower plots together, the little labels are great to go along with that. And then I also have some paper chains. These ones I just picked up on Amazon. They are with sustainably sourced wood, which is good, or paper. And these are quite cute actually. They're just sweet little Easter designs, very simple, really cheap. I like these because they were double-sided, so you don't get like the white inside. And I thought we'd just make these up and string it up the kitchen and just have some fun. So I also got some of this wooden white picket fencing, I guess you could call it. And I thought this would be really good fun as part of our sort of sensory Play-Doh kits. There's so much of it is sort of garden based. I thought this would be perfect. And then finally, and I think I've gone through this video very quickly, but hopefully you've got lots of interesting things from it. I also have some little books. So the first one I got is from Usborne, and it's the first magic painting Easter eggs. And in this we have loads of beautiful Easter eggs to paint. And if you don't know what this magic painting is, basically you get a wet brush, and there's obviously a brush included on the front cover. And you just paint the pages with water, and then all these beautiful colours come up. It's really good fun if you don't want any mess, but your kids are really determined to paint. It's really handy, and also just really magical and good fun. So we've got this. I've also got the National Trust Getting Ready for Spring sticker storybook. This is beautiful. It contains loads of different sticker pages. It's got like a walk in the wood. There is sunny picnic, decorating eggs, feeding the birds, making an Easter tree, and then obviously there's loads of beautiful stickers to go along with that. So that will be a real treat for my boys. And then last but not least is the Usborne Wipe Clean Easter Activity Book. And this has got so many fun activities to do that are themed all around Easter. So really a great fun for my kids to play with this. I think both my 3-year-old and 6-year-old will adore this. And of course, it's got the Wipe Clean marker on the front, which is super useful and handy. So that's it. That's what I've got in my Easter basket this year. Just looking around, there's so many little bits that I've kind of flown through, but I think altogether there's just endless possibilities of all the different ways my kids could play with this stuff. Anything that I have purchased is useful in the long term. Things like little tools we can use in our Play-Doh and sensory kits. The wooden decorations, any that we don't use we keep for next year. And we use things like Play-Doh cutters, cookie cutters all the time anyway. And things like the felt balls are all handy, and the flowers, they're all handy for loose part play. So I think it's going to be a great surprise for the boys. I kind of am flying through this because I know they're next door and they're with their daddy, but I'm scared they're going to come in and see everything. But hopefully I've given you a good idea. But if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to answer. And I hope you have fun putting together an Easter basket. Remember, you don't have to buy anything to put together an Easter basket. It can literally be making some Play-Doh, which is really easy to do, grabbing a cookie cutter you might already have, or picking up something cute from the charity shop, keeping anything that's potentially good from packing, and yeah, just having fun with it, finding some seeds that you might already have lying around, or some little plant pots. Whoop, throwing balls all over the place. Yeah, you can have so much fun. Another thing that I wanted to make is a felted egg with a chicken side. So I actually have this plastic egg, which I'm going to use as a mold. and I'm going to make a wool Easter egg that's got a hole in it, and I'm going to felt a little chick to go inside. So that's another thing that I haven't got around to doing yet, but is my plan. But yeah, apart from that, that's it. Yeah, I hope this has given you ideas, and thank you so much for watching. I am sorry, my mind is so gone today. It's just one of those days where I think I must be a bit tired, but hopefully this video still made sense, and you can forgive my mum brain, and it's given you lots of ideas. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye.